Hey, what's up guys, 𝐻𝐤𝐤 here, and welcome to episode 42 of Scaling to Glory, where in today's episode we do have a little bit of a special one. Because today is the first episode on the PlayStation 5. Yes guys, you can probably see it in the background, it has been there for a few episodes now. My PS5 actually arrived last Friday. I did an unboxing as well on Facebook. If you want to check that out, then make sure to head on over to my Facebook page, fb.gg/𝐾zooey94. I did an unboxing there for you guys that were in the stream. Let me know if you were in the stream, by the way. Would love to know like how many people actually tune in, especially from the videos as well. But yeah, I was very excited. You know, I've been talking about this throughout, I guess anyway, like the whole summer. As soon as I made that beta video, I was just really excited to get things started with the next gen version of FIFA 21. Now, my expectations were pretty high. They were mostly based on the fact that FIFA 14 obviously was just completely different on PS4 compared to the PS3. Now with this year, the change of like old gen to new gen, we obviously do not get a new engine, as we're still using the Frostbite engine, which is a bit of a shame. But due to like the pandemic and stuff, I guess it is something that that is normal. I guess that this year EA especially did not have enough time to maybe make the improvements they wanted to make to the new game. But I think anyway, so far the game runs really smooth on the PS5. I've had zero issues apart from the fact, which as I said before in the previous episode, there are a couple issues with matchmaking and also with the patches which aren't up to date. So hopefully that gets fixed very, very soon. Something I want to get back to as well with matchmaking is that the problem right now, especially in Division Rivals, is that even if you have 1500 skill rating, you can just come up against people with 2k plus skill rating. So that is a big issue. Obviously, over the course of the next month, more people will get their PS5. So I guess, especially during Christmas and stuff, the matchmaking will get better. But it is still an issue that I guess it will be present for the upcoming, I guess, weeks. So just a heads up for you guys as well. If maybe your PS5 just arrived and you're very excited to play the game, just be aware that you might face against better players, because the matchmaking just isn't correct based on how many players are actually playing FIFA right at that moment. So in the background you can see me just going into a FUT Champs game straight away. This was recorded on Friday, as I said, and this was the first team we came up against. This was also my first game on next gen. I did play a few games prior on Xbox Series S. On my old account basically. I used to play on Xbox, switched to PS4 back this year. Now we are on PS5. So I did play one game in the classic friendly mode with like a team I put together on Xbox just to see how it played. But this was my first proper game on Scaling to Glory, on the road to glory. So it was already in FUT Champs. So I was a little bit I wanted to know what it was like basically. And you can see from the gameplay that we ended up being 2-1 up, a bit of an 8th goal. I feel anyway that the gameplay just isn't a lot different. There are some things which definitely are different. Visuals, obviously. The players look better, especially the players which are like fully scanned by EA, the likes of Neymar, Mbappe, Pogba, João Felix especially. I think they've really done a good job on like the big players. But all the other players, like the likes of Memphis, I feel, just some players that have like older face scans, they in my eyes all look the same. So I guess the real like big change in terms of like FIFA next gen and stuff will be for FIFA 22. But although due to the pandemic, I think they've done a good job on this next gen version. As I've said, their menus are extremely smooth. And I had zero issues with the gameplay. I've seen a lot of people saying that there was a lot of input delay. That wasn't the case for me. It was all fine. But the only issue I had was just the matchmaking stuff, basically. And also the game not being obviously the best due to the patches that haven't been released on the PS5 yet. In the background you can see me actually doing something in the PS5 menu. That is actually turning off the trigger effect intensity and also the vibration intensity. That's because obviously on PlayStation 5 you have haptic feedback, and you have like the 3D motion thing or 3D vibration stuff, which is like brand new for the PS5 controller, which is amazing, by the way. It's definitely an awesome next-gen feature, and that alone just gives me the reason to play on PS5. But for FIFA, especially if you're playing online, it is yeah, it is a little bit too much. Yeah, I decided to turn it off. I did play with it in my first game just to see how it was like, but yeah, the triggers basically they I don't know how to say it properly, but it is pretty difficult to play with it online. That's what I'm trying to say. If you're playing career mode and stuff, I guess it could be a nice addition, or if you're playing a different game, it could be a nice addition. But for FIFA, I think it is a little bit too much. But anyway, back to the gameplay. In this game, you were able to see as well that we once again, I think anyway, in this game we also got the lead. Then we got a goal there with Di Maria on his weak foot. It surprised me that especially those low crosses are still this effective. And as I've said, this was obviously on a version which was not patched. But I guess EA are going to fix like the low crosses, the R1 crosses I'm talking about. Like the accuracy on the shots especially is, I think, going to get fixed. But yeah, we were 3-1 up in this game. We almost conceded a goal there as well. We were able to clear it off the line with Denier. But then we still did concede a goal, because you can see Courtois with a good save there from a corner here. He goes on a little run here with Fred La Croqueta, that he cuts it in to the, I think, flashback version of Sergio Aguero, and makes it 3-2 before halftime. Then into the second half we went. A nice ball there to Memphis from Neymar. But we go for the near post, actually. I noticed that his goalkeeper just moved slightly. And that's what I saw. That's something that I definitely learned myself as well, just to stay a little bit more patient, especially when you face someone who's like moving the goalkeeper. But you can see my opponent got himself another goal back as well, 4-3. So once again, a lot of goals. Then we get another chance there with Memphis, where again he moved his keeper, which is why his save looked a little bit suspect. But yeah, we make it 5-3. And then in the 80th minute, he does make it 5-4 as well. So it was a very, very close game towards the end. You know, usually you would maybe time waste the final few minutes. But I tried my best to get another goal, as I feel anyway it's the best way of actually securing the win. And you can see that we make it 6-4. And this is also one of the new additions to Next Gen. It's like one of those new celebrations they've added, which I think looks very cool. Obviously, it could get repetitive and could get pretty annoying when this obviously happens to you, but I think it adds a really kind of cool kind of realism to the game. So yeah, I'm usually a big fan of celebrations anyway, but I think it looks pretty cool, so I thought I would show it to you guys, so in case you didn't know. And it just happens automatically whenever you score a goal during the late stages of the game. Then in the next match we can see a bit of an 8th goal. Again, one of those tackles, I think with Koundé, where I just completely wasn't able to get the ball basically, and he scored with Salah. But luckily enough, after that we do make it 2-1 with Neymar. A nice tidy finish there. Then at 30th minute we have the ball with Neymar. Then you can see an overlapping run from Mendy, which is also something I want to talk about in this video. Brilliant pass there to Rashford, who on his weak foot smashes it in to make it 2-1 and give us the lead. Then again, you can see Mendy on the left side there making a brilliant run. This time I decided to actually switch it all the way to the right hand side, where you can see Rashford making a brilliant run as well. This guy, I think, was on overload ball side, the way his players were positioned most of the time anyway. I could be wrong, but that's what it kind of looked like anyway. Then the 42nd minute, again, one of my fullbacks being on attacking. You can see Atalda with the cross to Neymar, making it 4-1. And that's how that game ended. And in this game especially, you were able to see one of the sort of new tactics I've been messing around with ever since I made this team. And that was actually to use your fullbacks on balanced attacking. Now, it is a little bit risky because you will get countered. But if you set your instructions on your midfielders right, it will be better, I think, anyway, because I haven't really conceded many like counter-attacking goals in a way where my fullbacks were up the pitch and I just couldn't stand a chance. But it's definitely something you guys need to look into as well, because it will create so many opportunities for you, especially to basically cross the ball in or maybe go for a cool skill run. I think throughout the last few episodes you have seen some goals as well where I just ran forward with Mendy or with Atal and was able to score. So yeah, I just can't stress it enough. Balanced fullbacks is very, very useful. So in the background, you were able to see as well that we took a look at the Eredivisie objectives, and we also completed our first objective player, our first season player at level 15, which was Storyline 𝐶𝐤𝐤. That is the one I actually went with. I asked you guys in the chat on Facebook for some advice, also over on Twitter, and someone actually gave a really good point, saying that it's probably better to go with 𝐶𝐤𝐤 because of the lack of like good midfielders in the Serie A, and also a link to 𝐻𝐢𝐤𝐞. And since the La Liga already has plenty of good center backs, basically, 𝐤𝐤𝐤 would maybe be a little bit of a waste, even though he looks insane. In the background again, you can see some highlights of the Eredivisie objective in the managerial masterpiece, I think it is pronounced. Scored some nice goals, one with Quincy Promes, again one of those rainbow flick to scorpion shots, and a brilliant skill run here as well with David Neres. I thought I would just show you guys some goals, just so you guys were able to show, so you guys were able to see some highlights at least. And yeah, I thought it would maybe add something as well to the video. But yeah, so far anyway, this whole objective stuff has been one of the most fun things to do. I know a lot of people were saying that's maybe a little bit too sweaty at times, but it's I guess normal anyway, because obviously a lot of people want to get these objectives over and done with very quickly, even though they are milestones, meaning you can basically do them all year. It's something that you obviously will need to, you know, try your best at as well. So yeah, it's understandable that people play sometimes sweaty, but I think it's really cool because you obviously get to try out a lot of different players. And speaking of a lot of different players, Gravenberch is definitely a player I'm going to be adding to my starting team. I'm looking to get Road to the Final Promise as well at some point. So he's definitely going to be a player we'll be adding to our team at some point. He looks insane as well. Sort of looks similar to Paul Pogba. Only a shame that he has 3-star skills and 3-star weak foot. And in real life as well, he's an absolute talent. So we could maybe see another special version of him in a few months when Future Stars gets released. But anyway, we got 2 objectives done. We will be completing the next 2 objectives over the next couple of episodes. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that as well. Let me know in the comments down below if you've already completed this objective. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you of course did, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell as well for more videos. And check me out on Facebook, fb.gg/𝐶𝐤𝐤94. Anyway, that's the end. I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.